Hey, Kinsey Shae here. I'm just improvising because I'm in transition, like life, right? We're just embracing the journey. I'm getting situated in my new place. My stuff won't be here for a few days, so I'm clamping it. So, if you don't know me, my name is Kinsey Shae. I'm a transformational coach that works with emotions, mind, body, and spirit. I'm also a heart math trauma sensitive practitioner where you use your body to help reset and regulate your emotions and how you show up in the world. One process that I do is doing oracle cards because it allows me to, because they usually ask questions when you pull a card, and it helps me reflect to observe judgment and just really tap into my intuitive self, my trusting my essence and my truth from within, because that heart space area, that intuitive space, will guide you in your journey. So today I picked Loosen Your Grip. I don't know if I can get it on here. There we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. How many of us feel like we're just falling all over and tumbling? And it's a very vivid image. So on the end, it says coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and letting God in. If God triggers you, remember what I say about getting triggered or activated? It's an invitation to get to know yourself. It's an invitation to observe where that is coming from. Right? All right. So it goes on to say we're cyclic beings, and Mother Earth teaches us how to be human each and every day with the comings and goings of the tides and the season. If you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow, because we try to make ourselves feel safe by clinging to outside things. It can be food, substances like alcohol, the relationships, the job, the people pleasing, that codependency, to get validation. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part we're most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us, or cling to it for fear that it's not staying of our own accord, we prevent ourselves. You can hear my dog too. He's hi, baby boy. Ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tells us whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. Buddha says you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. If this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip. Give up control, to release your coping mechanism, and leave space for grace and God to enter. To surrender all that feels dense to the divine that weighs us down. Loosen your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it may stay. But you can be sure that what it is for you will find you. And you'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. Now, I invite you, before I ask the question, just take a nice deep breath into your heart and out. Ground into your body. Observe. Reserve judgment. Now, the inquiry or the questions, what are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Breathe that in. What are you clinging to for fear nothing is coming to take its place? See what shows up. I remember a time when, I was in my nursing journey, working on the floor of the unit, in the hospital. And I clung to the protocols. I clung to serving when I wasn't serving myself. How many of you do unto others and cling on to that because we feel somehow that validates our worth? I had a fear that I wasn't worthy if I didn't serve. I'm not saying all nurses, I'm not saying, if you're military that, I'm not saying that our jobs aren't important. I'm saying what our mindset is and how we and why we do things. If we're trying to cling on to something to gain control, it's a little pulse point to kind of just dive in and see if it's coming from a pure place. Surrendering to the unknown and not clinging to because of fear. So let that rest in your heart. Soak it into your heart. It's a technique. You can go on my YouTube channel. I go into soaking on I did it last Saturday. But really just let that set in your heart and breathe in and out through your heart and anchor it to that gratitude, that appreciation to help regulate your body, to reset so that you can seize your day. Again, my name is Kinsey Shae, your guide to your essence, your truth of self-discovery, light, love, and gratitude. Have a blessed night.